Okay, so good morning. Great. I see there's already somebody in there. So I will try again to share that live on Facebook, but if not, I have a second computer and a camera here with me. If this is not working, I can do that parallel. Okay. So let's see. That doesn't look too good. I can see that already. It's not connecting. So we just leave that. Give me 1 minute here. I just go live on my Facebook page. So to see that the cameras are in order. The sound. Is in order. Okay, and then how to start on chicken farm. Okay, go live. Okay, so a little bit more light on the one side and a little bit darker on the other. Oh God. Let me see. Put the lights in the middle. Graham, thanks very much for letting me know that you can hear me, and I hope there's also a little bit more light and you can see me. Okay, great. So if you are on Facebook, please also just confirm that you can hear and see me so that I know that everything is working. That would be absolutely lovely. Great. So, good morning, everybody. If you're wondering why I'm looking into two different directions, I'm working at the moment with two cameras. Good morning, Emrit. Good morning, Irama Lippe. Great. You can also hear and see me. Happy to hear that. I'm using two different cameras so that I don't need to repeat myself. Our software is not working, but it will be sorted out tomorrow. That's what they promised me. Great. Okay, so what do we want to do today is I want to share some tips if you want to start your own chicken farm. And so what we figured out, we always listen to what you need. And lots of people just contact us and say, hey, Dagmar, this is what we want to do, but I don't really even know where to start. And so that's why we came up with and said, okay, let's do for different industries really some, see how we can support you so that you get enough information so that you have an idea what you need to do and which direction you need to run. Okay? So regarding chicken farm, so the first thing I think what I would like to share is please be aware that you need to decide if you want to do eggs or the broilers. According to the law here in South Africa, you can't do both on one property. You need to have that separate. The reason is obviously that layers and broilers have, how do I say that, they can get infected with some diseases and one is killing the other and only harming maybe the layers. So, and that's why they said, okay, you need to have that separate. What I'm talking today is only for broilers. We will also do one for the egg farming, okay? So what is important, of course, if you want to start a broiler farm is that you care for the animals. So animal welfare is always absolutely on top. Whatever you are doing, this is what you need to take care of. Yeah. So you don't want to stress them out. and it also has something to do then later on how the meat will taste. Yeah, so if they are growing up healthy, you get even a better price also at the end of the day for your chicken. There are different processes how you can grow your chicken. It can be in cages, it can be free range when they can run around either way in big chicken houses, or also if you do an organic approach, then they also need to run outside, and we will explain everything. We compiled a nice book for you so that you can also read everything what I'm just touching on at the moment. What I personally would always say, okay, so concentrate only, because you don't want to do the fertilized eggs, then the hatching, then the rearing, and then you need to transport the chicken to the abattoir, and then there is the slaughtering process. Yeah, if you start your business, start with one specific area, and what I know from discussing this with lots of insiders in this industry, concentrate on the rearing process first, okay? Don't buy fertilized eggs, buy chicks, grow them. Usually they are even vaccinated, and so then grow them, and then don't set up your own abattoir. Use an outside abattoir in the beginning, really only concentrate on the rearing of the chicken. And because the knowledge is now so far ahead, the beauty is that you usually only need 5 to 6 weeks, and then you are able to sell them. Okay, you just need to monitor them on a daily basis or on, I don't know, hourly basis, just to make sure that nothing happened. You need to make sure you have constant electricity, because if you have houses with a couple of thousands of chicken, and the temperature needs to be controlled. If there is no electricity, out of a sudden the temperature drops, the mortality of your chicken can rise. Yeah, it depends also on which area you are at the moment, winter and summer. Important for the chicken is that there is a constant temperature, so that they feel comfortable and that they can gain weight. Yeah, and what else? What we covered into our nice booklet is all the suppliers. Okay, we started even where do you get fertilized eggs from? Where can you buy chicks from? Where do you get poultry farm equipment here in South Africa? Chicken feed suppliers. There are, number one is the normal grain. The newest method is feeding them insects. It's a nice high protein, and it's a cheaper, unusual alternative. And of course, we also had a look, where do you get pine shavings here in South Africa? And we also talk about, you need to think about, of course, you need to have electricity. Access to electricity is absolutely important if you want to do your chicken farm. And the other thing is, what is important is, of course, access to water. If you need to use municipal water, it can be a little bit expensive. So if you want to start your own chicken farm, just make sure that you have access to water through a water borehole on your farm. That would save you lots of money. Okay. The biggest expense usually in the whole process is the feed. And this feed is, the prices are according to an international price because it's dealt with all over the world. So, and that can quite fluctuate. That can be expensive and a little bit of a challenge for you. So you always need to make sure that you have enough feed that available, that you stock enough. And that you don't need to, if it goes up in between, I don't know, because there is a drought or something like this, that it does not kill your business and your chicken at the end of the day. The costs are too expensive and you will not make any profits at the end of the day. Yeah, I mentioned already that temperature control is absolutely important. There are lots of rules and regulations regarding a chicken farm, regarding health and safety, regarding transport regulations. Please always make sure that animal welfare is also something what is important to you. We are explaining the environmental impact assessment. When do you need to do that, and how to get halal and kosher certifications for your chicken, depending on which area you are. It is important for you to maybe even get a higher price if you have these certificates in place. We did a good research for you also and find out about the chicken meat prices and the prices for live and processed chicken, so that you have a good idea about how much can you at the end of the day really charge for it, and the prices are realistic. When I see business plans specifically for chicken farms, they assume that they get later on, if they sell it, 60 or 80 rand per chicken, and I'm not too sure where you will sell it, because if I go to the supermarket, they are only 60, 70 rand a chicken. If I go to Woolies, definitely. So you will not be able to sell them for 60 rand. Because the retailer, of course, also wants to make some profit. It will definitely be lower than that. Yeah. The other topic, what we also covered in our book, is we talked about the whole industry here in South Africa, about the imports from abroad, why there are even cheaper chicken imports. What I know, explaining that in the book, but what I also know is that the US, for example, they are only interested in the chicken breast. So all the other parts, the thighs, the wings, everything else is for the farmers in the US, but also in Southern America, is rubbish is a little bit hard, but you know what I mean. They don't use this. So for them to just, if they are able to sell it to anybody in this world, that's just a plus for them. That's why we have lots of cheaper chicken imports. And on the other side, the other reason is also that the cost is cheaper abroad because they are a little bit more cost conscious and make sure that they are more in control of the cost than here in South Africa. Okay. We are also talking about who is your target market. This is not specifically for your location, but definitely for whole South Africa. If we would do a business plan for you, Mpumalanga, we definitely have a look who is there in your area. But this book will give you a nice overview. Who is your target market? Who are your competitors? And the other thing is what we also definitely cover is all the needs for your staff. What qualifications are here available in South Africa? If you need to hire somebody, what can you look for in a farm manager, in people who help you And so that you know exactly, okay, these are the institutions, these are the qualifications, they are available here in South Africa. And Makumbile asked already, how do I get the book? Yes, no worries, I will share the link in a second. I just also wanted to see if there are any questions. And at the end of the day, I'll also share some tips and tricks. So what I recommend, what is important to know, and where can you usually apply for chicken farms, and for funding, and also what are the pitfalls, okay, so that you know that if you want to set up a business, if you want to start a business, there are of course lots of chances and opportunities, but there are also some insider information, because there are always some pitfalls and you need to be aware of them to avoid these mistakes at the end of the day. Yeah. So I will just have a look. There are here on Zoom. If there are any questions at the moment, just regarding how to set up a chicken farm, I will quickly have a look at the link and will share that with you. Okay, so it is a reduced price at the moment. It's definitely worth 800-900 Rand, because let me tell you, our research, what we are doing is not only Google. We definitely go into more details. We have more internals about the industry, about the financiers, and this is what I like to share with you. Yeah. Here, this is the link. I'll also put that on Facebook. Let me quickly see. Is that the live video? No, it's not. Give me 1 second. So you can use this. Number one is if you think about and you want to start your own chicken farm, it definitely has lots of tips in there and tricks and internal information, and sorry, I just share the link here now also on Facebook. Yeah, that is working. Okay, so and you can use that if you plan to start a chicken farm and you don't even know where to start. You can also use that if you say, I want to do my own business plan. Yeah, there's lots of relevant information in there, what you can use if you don't want to outsource your business plan, if you want to do that on your own. We've done a nice research for you covering most of the aspects. It's not all aspects, because it's always, if you want to do a business plan, it's also all about yourself, about your company, about your location, about your if it's leased, if you own the property, you know, so, but everything else is really, really nicely covered. Okay. I see here, let me quickly, Emma asked that you need electricity. If you have, okay, so, yeah, maybe my German understanding of it. Of course, if you have heaters and these are gas heaters, or you have use solar panel to use electricity out of solar panels, that's fine, yeah? But then if you have heaters, please make sure that you always have enough gas available and you don't run out of it, because it depends on where you are. Here in South Africa, the nights can be really, really freezing cold and your poor chicken will all die. Yes, so you don't need to have electricity. Gas is definitely an alternative. That's absolutely fine. Or you can also do the generators with diesel is another alternative. You just need to make sure that you are in control of the temperature. Yeah. Okay, let me see. I'm a little confused here with two of them. Okay. Paul, missed the start of the meeting. Paul, no worries. Okay, so the whole webinar is available on Facebook, on our Facebook page, Funding Connection, so you can always have a look there. I just talked about what you need to take into consideration if you wanted to start your own chicken farm. Irama Pele asked me, what is the success rate of funding startup chicken farms? Have you assisted some startups and have they been funded? Okay, so yes, we assisted plenty of chicken farmers. They have been assisted by us or used our business plan to apply for funding, and they have been funded. Okay, so there are a couple of things you need to have in place. Land bank is the right financier for starting a chicken farm. As soon as you need to buy the land, it can be a little bit expensive, and then your chances really to be successful can be reduced. Okay, so that means you need to have usually in place around about 10% collateral. Let's say you set up a smallest chicken farm, 3 million rand. That means you need to have 300,000 rand of collateral. That means your own capital you need to invest. Land bank will finance 90%. Land bank sometimes have some grant available. Okay, not at the moment, but when you're working with us, you know exactly what's happening there at the moment. Then you need always to have, please, some offtake agreement. Never ever set up anything in business if you are not sure that you have some agreements in place with people they want to buy from you. Yeah, I did the same mistake. Lots of people said, Dagmar, it's a brilliant idea, please go for it. I started it, I put some money into it, and then I said, I'm ready now you can buy from me. And they said, oops, no, we are not interested. Yeah, so please never ever rely on somebody if they just say that to you. Have some written agreements in place. Yeah, they need to say, we want to buy from you, I don't know, let's say 1,000 chicken per week. They need to have a minimum of 1.6 or 1.8 kgs of weight, and we pay per kg, I don't know, 30 rand per kg or something like this. Yeah. Do you have funding if one is looking to buy an existing business with expansion capacity? Okay, Paul, maybe I just needed to explain. We are a private consulting firm. Yeah, we do not give out any loans or grants. We assist companies accessing it by drafting business plans, by offering consultations, by recommend the best available fund for you. So, but if you want to buy an existing business and you want to expand it, I'm more than happy to have a look at it if the existing business is even worth the money the seller wants to have from you. If you are able to repay the loan, and if the price is realistic, and then we can say, yes, okay, now let's do the second step. We draft the business plan for you, and then we do the third step. We're happy to apply for funding. Yeah? Okay, Emma is also happy. Yes, the consistency is not about electricity. It's just about being able, usually if you have a big operation, you have lots of things, the energy organized, the heating, the feeding, the opening of gates and the lights and everything is controlled, and that's why you need to have some sort of energy, maybe not, it doesn't need to be electricity. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Yeah? Okay, so I'm sure you all saw the link. I highly can recommend the book. We offered it already to our newsletter subscribers. We sold already plenty of it. We have amazing review from people. They all said it just makes their lives so much easier. We did it absolutely amazing. Our team did an absolutely amazing job also regarding the research, what they find out. What we are sharing there in this book for you. It will be really, really helpful for you. Yes, you just click the link. You can then order the book. It is only 290 Rand at the moment. We definitely will increase the price. It's just the launching price. And it is downloadable. You can pay via PayFast. That's an easy payment either way, with credit card, with debit card. You can even do an EFT. And I think they also, PayFast is also accepting you use the reference number. You can go to Checkers, you pay in cash at that till, and then you are able to download it. At any place. Thanks for the thumbs up there and the hearts. Thanks very much on Facebook. I love that. If you have any problems with the process, just don't hesitate. Just email us, and we see where we can where we can assist you. Yeah. Okay. Great. So I can see already there are some people, they bought the book already. Yes. I can highly recommend that. We will do some more in different industries. So, and the chicken farm is definitely the first one. And how long is the special price valid for? It will be, what do we have? We usually always make sure that it is at the end of, also available until the end of the month, because we know lots of people are getting paid end of the month, so it will be available to the 1st of August. Yeah, and then you have definitely a fair chance to buy that, to download it. If you're on our newsletter, I definitely will also send out a newsletter again, just a quick reminder also with the link at the end of the month, so that you can order it. Yeah, and then we will, from the 2nd of August on, we will definitely increase it, and it's worth easily 3 times the money what you're only paying for. Yeah, put lots of love, lots of effort. The whole team worked on it, our research department, our business plan writers, and also some tips and tricks from me, because I know exactly also what the financiers want. I learned during all the different application processes I did with our clients, where are the pitfalls, what are really the challenges, and I'm sharing that all with you. Yeah? Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this was definitely helpful for all of you. And we will see you next week, Monday again. Wait, Paul just asked to do an evaluation on existing business and the assessment of the seller's value. Is that a cost or is it a free service from you? Okay, Paul, what I do is I usually like to have, let me have a look at the annual financial statements, okay? If I see, and I can see that usually quite quickly, that it is absolutely, how do I do that, say that diplomatic, an unrealistic price. Let's put it carefully this way, okay? I will say you straightforward. If I have a look and see, okay, there are a couple of things I definitely need to evaluate, go a little bit more deeper, I do that. Okay, sorry. Beatrice, you know what, just have a look. I hope I answered everything in this whole video. Have a look at the website. It definitely lets you know everything what is covered. Would one be restricted to the size by the funding? Yes, Nico, you are restricted usually by your collateral, what you're able to raise. Yeah, and At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you go to enterprise development funds, government institutions, or commercial banks. It needs to be a viable business. If it's not viable, it makes no sense. What would be a fair size land to start the farming? I don't know. It depends on how many chicken you want to have on your farm. For 100 chicken, it's only so many square meters. And if you want to have, I talked to somebody who has 36 chicken houses, I don't know, 5 or 10,000 chicken each house. That needs to be a little bit bigger, yeah? Be true. There is an existing business I wanted to buy with high potential of expansion, but Land Bank offered me only a quarter of what the sellers were expecting. Now I don't know what to do to get the funding. Is it something you can advise on? Okay, so usually I would advise that means that the price is ridiculous high, okay, and not justified. Because Land Bank know exactly what they have quite a fair evaluation of the land. Okay. No, we don't have a printed copy of the book, but you can download it, and if you want to have it printed, you can then print it on your own. Yeah. Usually, because South Africa is so big, we are working with clients all over South Africa, sometimes even abroad in Europe or the US, and sending physical products is quite challenging. And we tried that in the beginning, they all got lost, and it didn't work. So it needs to be downloadable. Yeah? Okay, great. So, Paul. Paul, can you send us an email? Because if I close it now, your email address will disappear, yeah? And you are in Zoom, so you definitely have our email. Just reply to one of our newsletters, and then we can start the process. When do you have to do environmental estimate? You're looking for 10,000 layer chickens. I don't know at the moment. I would definitely need to have a look at the numbers. If you're interested, drop us an email, and then we will. I'll have a look, and we will be able to answer that question. Yeah. Okay. So now let me see. I like these conversations. It's so much fun. I'm learning also so much about where you are stuck, what you really need from us. Okay. So. Great. It looks like I answered all the questions now, but now this is the right time. I say goodbye. We see us next week, Monday. If you have any problems with ordering the book, just let us know. If you're on Facebook, you can also contact us via Messenger. And we're able to assist you. Yeah? Okay, I start here with bye-bye on Zoom.